Okay, well, good morning, everyone. My name is Siamak, and on behalf of the Asian Football Confederation, I will welcome you to the pre-tournament press conference at AFC Under-17 Asian Cup in Thailand 2023. Also, I would like to welcome our friends from the media who are joining us through the Zoom. I will privilege to have with me here today the head coaches from Group C, head coach of Tajikistan, Mr. Rahmatullah Fozailev, head coach from the Australia, Mr. Brad Maloney, head coach from the Saudi Arabia, Mr. Abdul Wahab Nasser Al-Harbi, and from China, Mr. Yang Chen. Now, before we continue, some housekeeping rules for everyone, please. Please switch off your phones or put it in silent mode, and please remain seated through the press conference. And please remain in your respective position. Raise your hand if you have a question. Question should be directed to the one person at a time. Thank you for cooperation. And also, without further delay, please allow me to kick off the press conference by inviting all the head coaches to share their thoughts on this competition and your group opponents, your team's preparation and expectation from your team. Let's start with the coach, Tajikistan, Mr. Fozailev. Mike, please.
musobaqa va raqiblar haqida va siz kutayotgan natijalar va musobaqaga tayyorgarlik haqida qisqacha ma'lumot berib o'tsangiz.
Хочу всех поздравить с началом чемпионата Азии U17, пожелать всем зрелищной, достойной игры. А то, что ожидания, естественно, у нас поставлена задача, прежде всего, выступить достойно. Первоначальная задача выйти из группы и попасть в четверку лучших сборных чемпионата Азии.
First of all, I will congratulate all for coming for such kind of competition, and we are really happy to participate in the competition, and we prepared a lot for this competition. And my expectation and the first goal is to qualify to playoff stage, and after that is to be in the one of the 4 teams in the competition.
Okay, Coach Maloney, please.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the host for having us here. It's a great pleasure to be involved in this tournament. Congratulations also to the coaches beside me for qualifying for this tournament, which is a fantastic achievement by all, and we wish you all the best. We arrived in Chonburi 2 days ago, so we're looking forward to this challenge. Of course, we would like to qualify for the World Cup, which would provide extra international experience and exposure for these players who have, particularly since the hiatus due to COVID, have missed a lot of international football. So this is an opportunity for our players to experience that more, and of course qualifying for the World Cup would be a great achievement, and the main aim after that would be to win the tournament. No other Australian junior team has ever won a major tournament like the AFC Cup, so that would definitely be a target for us.
Okay, Coach Al-Harbi, please.
فقط سؤال عن حديث مقتضب عن رأيك بالمجموعة وعن توقعاتكم وأمالكم في المشاركة في هذه البطولة.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. طبعا سعيد بتواجدي هنا في تايلاند، ونشكر الشعب التايلندي على الحفاوة والاستقبال، وسعيد بتواجدي بين المدربين. طبعا أكيد المجموعة هذه تعتبر مجموعة حديدية. جميع المنتخبات لها إرث كبير في كأس آسيا، وإن شاء الله بإذن الله نحقق طموحنا إن شاء الله بالتأهل لكأس العالم. طبعا لنا 35 سنة تحت 17 ما تأهلنا لكأس العالم. إن شاء الله بظل الدعم الموجود حاليا في المملكة إن شاء الله بإذن الله أن قادرين إن شاء الله بإذن الله نتأهل.
First of all, I'm happy to be a part, me and my team, to be part of this tournament. I would like to also to thank the Thai people for the hospitality and making us feel at home. And also, I would like also to congratulate the coaches beside me for making it to the finals. Obviously, it's a strong group, top teams from Asia in this group, so we are looking forward to compete. We are also looking forward or aspiring to qualify for the World Cup. It has been a long time, almost 35 years, since any Saudi under-17 team make it to the finals. So we are looking forward to qualify for the next under-17 FIFA World Cup. Thank you.
Thank you. Coach Chen, please.
请杨晨指导介绍一下队伍的备战情况。
大家上午好。首先呢，这个我们国家 U17呢是6月3号到的曼谷，然后提前适应这边的天气和气候，在泰国打了2场热身赛，然后呢13号进入了赛区。首先呢，感谢泰国主办方热情接待，然后我们 U17也是做好了充足的准备，认真打好每场比赛，打出我们中国青少年足球的精神面貌。谢谢。
Good morning, everyone. So our team actually arrived in Thailand quite early, which is on 3rd of June. We had a 2-week training camp in Bangkok, and we played 2 friendly matches to adapt to the local weather conditions. And on 13th of June, we moved to the Chonburi, the match venue. So we would like to thank IOC and the AFC for your warm hospitality to receiving our team to make us feel at home. And secondly, our team is now well prepared, and we will try our best to play every single game and try to present ourselves in the best possible way.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Now I open the floor for the question, please. Yes, please.
Hello, Coach. Kumar from the AFC. This is for all 4 coaches. Can you tell us about how you prepared for this tournament? Training, where, when, how long?
Он спрашивает, как вы готовились к этому турниру? Сколько игр там, где готовились?
С начала года мы провели, готовясь к чемпионату Азии, 10 матчей, из которых сыграли 6 ничьи, 3 победы, 1 проигрыш. Естественно, готовились именно изучая наших будущих соперников. У нас есть информация, есть материал. Я думаю, что ребята, команда наша готова. Самое главное, ребята все здоровы и все в строю.
So from the start of this year, we already had 10 matches, which was for preparation for this tournament. So we played 6 draw, we lose 1 match, and we win 3 matches. So of course we have some information about our opponents. Our team is in good condition now. We will try to show our best football.
Coach Maloney, please.
Since qualification last October, we assembled a team in February. We were able to play 3 international friendly matches, a domestic camp in April for 5 days, and then we were working with an extended squad of about 28 players for a short time prior to arriving in Chonburi 2 days ago.
كابتن عبد الوهاب، الحديث عن كيف استعديتوا للبطولة وكم المدة اللي استغرق منكم الإعداد، وأين يعني أقمتم استعداداتكم للبطولة؟ استعدادات البطولة كم استغرقت وأين خلال الفترة الماضية؟
طبعا بسم الله. في البداية طبعا عندنا أهداف كبيرة على طبعا المنتخب هذا، علشان كذا استعداداتنا كانت كثيرة طبعا، يمكن لنا سنتين واحنا نعد الفئة هذه اللي 2006، وكانت في مدارس كثيرة حاولنا قد ما نقدر عشان الأهداف. غير المسابقة ذي كان عندنا أهداف كبيرة في الاتحاد السعودي على أساس أنهم يتكونون إن شاء الله الفريق الأول. طبعا ممكن المجموعة هذه لاعبين مع منتخبين اللي هو منتخب الصين وطاجكستان، صارت عندنا مباريات ودية معاهم. كل المنتخبات طبعا الآن كلها مكشوفة البعض، واستعدينا في آخر استعداد كان في ماليزيا، مباراة مع ماليزيا آخر استعداد كان لنا.
We started, preparing for this, competition 2 years back. The Saudi Football Federation invested heavily in, the preparations and to develop the players from an early age. Among this group, we played with Tajikistan and China prior to the draw, so we are, familiar with some of the teams in the group. And as I mentioned before, we started early. Not only preparing for this tournament, we have an objective to develop the players and expose them to different types of football, whether in Asia or outside. Our latest camp was in Malaysia ahead of this tournament, 10 days ahead of this tournament, and we played friendly with the Malaysians.
请问中国队为了本届赛事都做了哪些准备？
首先呢，我们进行了一个备战，就是在国内我们在云南玉溪进行了一个备战，然后呢，之后呢，我们也提前到了泰国。在玉溪之前呢，我们也进行了一个海外拉练，包括去了迪拜，包括去了西班牙，我们这个也是做好了一个充足的备战准备。另外呢，到泰国呢，我想我们可能到泰国的时间会相对早一点，按各队来说，我们差不多3号从昆明飞到泰国，也是为了尽早的适应这块的气候，所以呢，从目前来看，因为我也知道小组赛我们的这个3个对手都是各自有各自的特点，所以呢，我们针对每支球队也进行了那个系统的分析。我希望呢，就是根据不同的对手打出我们真正我们自己的一个风格。
So starting from quite early of this year, we had started the training camp. So in this March, we had a training camp in Dubai and Spain, and play several friendly matches. And after that, we went back to China, and we had a training camp in Yunnan province, like a 1-month training camp. And compared with other teams, we arrived quite earlier to Thailand. Just as I said just now, we arrived on 3rd of June to adapt to the local weather conditions. So I think we are well prepared, and we did some analysis of the opponent as well. So yeah, we will try our best to play every game.
Okay, the question from our Zoom participant for the coach Maloney from the Christian Marchetti Front Page Football. Hey Brad, your side has a good representation of players from across Australia. What are your thoughts on this? And it's satisfying to be able to select talent from different states across the country.
Yes, we've selected a purely domestically based squad. So every player that is here in the 23-man squad is domestically based within Australia. We do have a good spread of players around the country, such as New South Wales, as you mentioned, Victoria, Adelaide, South Australia, WA and Queensland. So the majority of the states are represented from Australia with the players, and I'd like to think that would encourage a lot of support from not only the families that may be travelling to watch the team and support the team, but also back home in Australia when the games are televised.
Okay, next please. Yes.
Question for the coaches from Australia and Saudi Arabia. I think in this tournament, the only time you have played was in 2008 where Australia beat Saudi Arabia 3-1. How familiar are the both of y'all with one another's teams?
You go first, please.
Yeah, look, I understand that Saudi invest heavily, and as they've just mentioned, invest heavily in youth football and have been successful in underage tournaments such as the previous or last year's under-23 AFC Asian Cup. We, of course, from our point of view, have done a little bit of our homework on the opposition, on their lead-up, and it's interesting to see how many games that they've played. They've had a lot of friendly matches leading into this, and obviously taking the tournament very seriously. So for me, Saudi are a powerhouse in Asia, and I expect a very challenging match from them.
آخر مباراة تقريبا للمنتخب السعودي على مستوى الناشئين مع المنتخب الاسترالي كانت في 2008 ويبدو أنهم فازوا في المباراة. كيف معرفتك بالمنتخب الأسترالي وش تتوقع من المباراة بكرة؟
إذا التاريخ طبعا سواء استراليا ولا السعودية لهم تاريخ كبير في الفئات السنية. طبعا الماضي صح انه يعتبر إرث، لكن احنا في الحاضر الآن طبعا المنتخب الاسترالي منتخب قوي ومنتخب محترم. طبعا شفنا لهم مباريات زي ما اكيد هم شافوا لنا مباريات. طبعا خلفيتنا عن المنتخب اللي الآن، طبعا المنتخب الآن منتخب قوي، منتخب ممكن مرشح انه ينافس ان شاء الله، وان شاء الله باذن الله ان احنا وياهم ان شاء الله تكون مباراه تليق بالمنتخبين، وان شاء الله نتمنى التوفيق ان شاء الله باذن الله.
Both national teams have a massive history in football. Both are powerhouses in Asia, so we expect a tough game tomorrow. We did our homework, watching games of the Australian team in the past few months, and we think they will be a tough opponents tomorrow. We hope that we will play a competitive, good match tomorrow, and best of luck for both teams.
Okay, question from our Zoom participants. From Sasha Pisani from the A-Leagues in Australia. Question for Coach Brad Maloney. So much talk about the Nestori Irankunda, obviously due to his form from the Adelaide United in the A-League. What it's been like working with him, and also that's been any standout players during preparations before the opening game?
Yeah, it's great to see a young lad like Nestor play a few A-League minutes. He's yet to play 90 minutes, which is interesting, but as his head coach Carl Vieta said, he's a rare talent. He's a great boy to work with. He's a good character to have in and around the team, and for me, he's been a pleasure to work with. So it's great to see him here. He hasn't been involved with this group since the qualifiers, so it's good to see him back in with the whole group, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him have a great tournament. There's several other players also that have made senior football appearances. One or two have played A-League a few minutes, but not a terrible lot. But I'd just like to think that this team that we have has gelled quite well since the qualifiers, and although I expect the tournament to be very challenging, I believe that we can achieve success here.
Okay, next question again from all three coaches from Tajikistan, Saudi Arabia, and China. From the Sasha Pisani, about the Nestori Irankunda has been linked with the Bayern Munich and other clubs. He's one of the most exciting players in the A-League in Australia. Do they know much about Irankunda, and do they have any plans to stop him?
Name, please, one more.
Nestori Irankunda.
Nestori Rakuda. From Bayern, right? From Bayern Munich.
No, it's from the Australia, which Bayern Munich looking for him to get signed.
He's playing for Bayern.
Yes, for Australia.
У команды Австралии есть игрок с Баварии, Нестория. Как вы думаете, он считается одним из самых перспективных игроков? Как вы думаете с ним играть, и как вы думаете его остановить?
огромный плюс для Австралии, для сборной, для самой Австралии, то, что такой игрок находится в расположении сборной. Но я думаю, это командная игра, за счет одного игрока нет такого преимущества. Не будем такое особое внимание уделять, а будем именно строить командную игру.
So of course, it's proud for Australian team have a such player, but football it's not. It's a team game, so we will try our best and we will play against him.
يسألون عن لاعب في المنتخب الاسترالي هو تقريبا يوجد اهتمام له من بايرن ميونخ. هل تعرفون اللاعب اسمه نستوري لايكوندا؟ هل هو يعني تعرفون عن اللاعب وش خططكم لإيقاف هذا اللاعب؟
جميع المنتخبات فيها مواهب يعني قادر انها تمثل في ان شاء الله في اوروبا. طبعا والله اللاعب بالذات ما الاسم، لكن في لاعبين مميزين فيهم، وشفنا ممكن يكون رقم 17 في لاعب مميز طرف يلعب الظاهر يلعب في الفريق الاول الظاهر الاحتراف عندهم، وهذا شيء جيد، شيء يسعدنا ان في لعيبه في اسيا ان شاء الله قادرين انهم يمثلون في اوروبا. طبعا التوجه ان شاء الله عندنا برضه في المملكه العربيه السعوديه ان شاء الله اللاعبين هذول عندنا لاعبين ان شاء الله قادرين انهم وجات عروض اللعيبه في منتخب شباب، وان شاء الله يلقون هذول عروض، وان شاء الله باذن الله ان نفرح في جميع لاعب اسيوي يمثلنا خارجيا.
I think, speaking generally, all teams have great talents that are worth, to playing abroad, outside, in the top leagues in the world. We think I know several, not only one player, several players in the Australian team who are great players, good players with a great, future. Obviously, it's something, makes us really happy to have, talented players who are, approached by big clubs abroad. This is not only good for, it's good for the Asian football as a whole. We also in the Saudi team, we aspire to, on this stage, to present our players, and hopefully, they could have, a career in Europe or on the top leagues around the world.
您可能也了解到，澳大利亚队的球员伊兰昆达在同龄人中表现较为突出，近期也与德国的拜仁慕尼黑俱乐部产生了联系。请问您如何评价这名球员的表现，以及中国队有没有做相应针对性的布置对这名球员？
因为这个球员确实非常有特点，我们在小组赛的时候遇到过这个球员，他速度非常快，而且个人能力很强，也给我们造成了很大的威胁，我觉得这是一个好的现象。我希望就是说亚洲的有特点的球员都能受到，比如像德国拜仁慕尼黑，或者说是欧洲其他俱乐部关注，这个对整个推动亚洲足球都是非常好的一件事情。当然了，我也希望我的球队能有有特点球队有特点的队员，让那个德甲的球队或者让欧洲俱乐部关注。
First of all, of course, Ilan Kunda is a really talented player. Actually, we played with Team Australia last October for the qualifiers, and he was a really big threat to us. He's very fast and with individual skills. So in terms of this, his link with Bayern Munich, I think it was a very good phenomenon for not only for Australian team and for this player, but also a good thing for the Asian football. And I also hope that in our team we can send more our young talented players to big European clubs to play there and to develop themselves. Yep.
Бобо Холмуртада, Таджикистан. Солиман ба сармураббии тими Тоҷикистон бисёриҳо мегӯянд, ки ин гурӯҳи қавӣ аст, гурӯҳи мушкил аст. Ба назари шумо кадом тимҳо барои баромадан аз ин гурӯҳ шонс доранд? Ва суоли дигар ба сармураббии дастаи Чин, бозии аввал бо Тоҷикистон аст. кадом бозиҳои тоҷикистонро шумо барои таҳлил омӯхтед ва ба назари шумо тоҷикистон чӣ гуна тим аст?
You need translation for question?
Yes, please.
кадом бозиҳои тоҷикистонро омӯхтанд ва тоҷикистон чӣ гуна тим аст ба назари сармурабби дастаи чин?
Question to China for China coach. So, did you analyze your first opponent, I mean Tajikistan team? How you prepare for our upcoming match?
请问中国队的主教练，这是一个来自塔吉克斯坦媒体的问题。请问中国队主教练有没有对塔吉克斯坦队做出一些相应的分析，以及是如何准备明天的比赛？
怎么讲呢？小组赛就是因为之前跟澳大利亚，包括跟沙特，我们都打过这个小组赛和那个热身赛。唯一就是塔吉克这块我们确实没有跟他们进行过热身赛。了解的只是一些相关的信息。当然呢，第一场来讲呢，也是一场遭遇战。我们全队呢也会非常重视这个对手，而且呢，我们也多方了解一些信息，更多的去分析和了解这个塔吉克的这个对手。但是，第一场对我们双方都其实是个遭遇战，但是我觉得呢，我们会全力以赴的。
Actually, we played with Team Australia and Team Saudi Arabia before we competing in this tournament. But actually, we didn't play any match with Tajikistan before. So this is the first match of the competition, and it always the most important one. So we did some analysis through our different channels, and we'll try to deliver our best performance.
The next question is from Coach Maloney from Christian Marchetti Front Page Football. Question is, yesterday Graham Arnold said that the Socceroos can only be as successful as their junior national teams. What are your thoughts on this statement, and is it pleasing to have him around the group of the tournament?
Yeah, I've had a lot of discussion with Graham the last few months, and he's been very supportive of not only this under-17s team, but also the under-20s and 23s. So I think it's a fantastic achievement, if you like, by Football Australia to retain his services for the next 4 years. And one thing that Graham has pledged to do is support the junior national teams. And for me, it's a great boost. For our players in particular, and I'd like to think that the core group of this national team will progress, of course, to the under-20s and then the 23s, and we'd like to see a handful of these players, of course, playing for Socceroos, the national team, in years to come. So for me, it's great support from the national team coach to come out and say that.
Coach from Tajikistan, like the coach from China said, you have not played each other before in this tournament. How familiar are you with your opponent's game?
Так как тренер Китая сказал, что вы не играли еще до этого, я имею в виду Таджикистан и Китай, да. Как вы думаете, как вы, находитесь, как сказать, в одной, не группе, как бы наравне считается. Да.
То, что эта группа, как называют ее, группа смерти, я думаю, фаворит здесь каждая сборная. А то, что непосредственно сборная Китая, мы следим, да, между собой не играли, но достаточно информации. Мы смотрели игры, у нас есть достаточно информации, я думаю, достойный соперник. И опять же пожелать всем коллегам, соперникам зрелищной, достойной игры, и пусть победит сильнейший.
So as you know, we didn't play any match against China. So here is our group is one of the strongest group. So despite on this, we make analytics. We watch Chinese matches. We will play. We will try to show good football. So, and I also want to good luck to everybody. Wish good luck to every team and let the strongest team win.
From our Zoom participant, Coach Maloney, the question from Christian Marchetti, Front Page Football. How will you approach your three opponents? Will we see a more pragmatic approach, or will the side look to play a specific way?
Clearly, this is one of the toughest groups in the tournament. We met China in the qualifiers and they gave us a very tough match. And I expect them to have improved over the last 9 months, as will the other teams as well. Of course, we know that Saudi take these tournaments very seriously and invest heavily in youth football. And I'm aware that Tajikistan were the finalists of the last edition of this tournament back in 2018. So we expect a very tough tournament. The group stage is going to be the hardest group stage to get through. But I believe in our group of players, and I believe if we play to our strengths that we can achieve our targets.
Okay, thanks. Okay, that's all time we have for today's press conference. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here, and good luck to you and your teams for the competitions. And thank you, everyone here as well as those who joined via Zoom for your participation. Thank you.